Hey now, what's up y'all? Today is Tuesday, August 9th. Today I'm just going to bake chicken. I'm going to do some macaroni and cheese, cabbage, and green beans. And also I'm doing some pig feet for, no, I'm sorry, not pig feet, pigtails for a friend. So I just want to show you. So I've seasoned the chicken on the bottom side. That's how I do. I season on the bottom side, then I turn it around, and then I season the top. I don't do mine, just dump all the seasoning and rub it in there. I do it this way. Okay, anyway, so first I use, let me show you what I use first. These are the items that I use. I have, excuse the coffee pot there. I have the rotisserie seasoning by McCormick. It is really, really good. I mean, I had seen somebody use this on YouTube for Thanksgiving one year, and I was like, oh, I wanted to try that, and I forgot about it. And then when I started working in the kitchen at church, one of the guys used to cook offshore, he used it. You're talking about good when you season your chicken to make fried chicken. It is really, really good. So I use that. Garlic powder. This is not normally what I use. I usually use the big one from Sam's when I'm out. And then I'm using onion salt. Not using very much because other stuff is salty. I'm using accent. My favorite, Tonus. I use this in everything I cook, except I don't really like the taste of it in cabbage. And like when I'm doing mac and cheese, I just use regular salt and pepper. That's just my preference. Then I use the black pepper that I get from Sam's also. And I use, this is cayenne pepper actually. So all I do is place it on my chicken. Now when I'm baking chicken, sometimes I bake my chicken and then I make a gravy to it while it's in the pan. And so when I do it that way, what I do is I put bell pepper, onion, and garlic. I cut all it up on top of it. And then I may even sprinkle a little flour just to get it, to get it ready for gravy. Now, but when you do it that way, you have to skim some of that fat off of it, And, but when I bake it, normally if I use this rotisserie seasoning, I won't put any bell pepper, but this time I'm going to add the bell pepper too. I just like the taste of bell pepper on my baked chicken. And I've served it before and a lot of people like it. So if you haven't, I'm sure everybody's already tried it, but if you're not tried, it's really good that way. My cousin actually showed me. It's not something that I came up with, but I had some chicken. I was like, wow, that just amps up that flavor, that bell pepper. So we're gonna add the Tonus seasoning first. I don't use regular salt when I use Tonus because to me it's salty enough, and plus I'm using, remember I told you I'm using a little, now I'm using this rotisserie seasoning. It may look a little dark, but this don't really have a lot of salt in it. Okay, then I'm using the onion salt, and because this salt I'm only using a little bit. I have powder, but it's that granular, that dust. I hate that dust. Okay, then I'm using garlic powder. And I'm a little heavy-handed with my chicken seasoning because that's how I like it. If you don't like a lot, use what you like. We all have preferences. That's mighty all right. And black pepper. Now, this black pepper says bursting with flavor from Sam's. Trust me, it is. So, that's all I do. Now, and then I'm going to add my peppers. I'm going to come back and show you what it looks like. And I think I may have done this before. And I'm sorry, I'm talking too fast. Slow down, slow down. Okay. I may have done this recipe before, but I had a lot of complaints that my lighting was bad, and I got a new camera and I'm just trying it out to see what it does. But anyway, so here is the seasoned chicken. Now I'm going to add the peppers. I'm going to come back. I don't have them already done. I'm just got enough work, but I wanted to just show you what I do. This may help somebody that's new in the kitchen or whatever, or somebody just maybe want to try a new recipe. I didn't go to culinary school. I just learned cooking in the kitchen. I made mistakes. I've, tried recipes online. I wasted big money trying to do what other people do. But this is one of the staples that I make. I probably bake chicken about 4 or 5 times a month because I like it. I mean, you just bake chicken. Usually I do mashed potatoes. We've been having too many potatoes, so I'm going to do mac and cheese this time. But hold on. I'm going to show you. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Okay, so here all I did was just cut up my bell pepper julienne style. I just put them, I try to at least touch each one of the pieces of chicken with bell pepper if possible. I have red, but I'm not going to use them. I'm just going to say that and cut it up and use it for something else because I just prefer green. So here it is. I'm just going to bake this in the oven for about 1.5 hours to 2. Just depends. See, I have a lot of chicken in here because normally what I do during the summer, And a lot of times in the winter too, I try to cook enough to last 2 days, or if not 2 days, dinner and then lunch the next day. So, okay, I'll come back and show you what it looks like when it's finished. Now here's the chicken. It is actually done. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put it on broil for about 5 minutes because I like my skin crispy.